Cheers! Happy Monday. We are super excited for what's happening tonight. But before we get into everything elite, just want to do a massive shout out. Australia has its 11th diamond, Debbie Leftfield. I cannot think of a more deserving, beautiful human that represents absolutely everything Nucerity is about. So congratulations, Debbie. Massive, massive achievement, and I can just imagine what this means to your family. We know how long and how hard you've been working, so massive shout out to you and your team, and cheers and a massive achievement.
So congratulations. Obviously, when a diamond pops, it just means there's so many other people that have been able to be successful from it. Is, you know, other ranks popping, and it's really backed off the recent 6-week blitz. So it's just all the momentum in Australia is amazing, and it's probably something that we've never really seen before, and it's just so exciting to see everything that's happening within Australia. So with all these things happening, what else is happening, Wallace?
First of all, I want to say happy birthday to Linda Reeves down in Melbourne. They've got a team training down there. Hope you're having an awesome birthday. Sorry, that was off cue.
Early birthday, I think it is. I think it's Thursday, but we've got a bit of a message to say. Guys are getting together, so and it's fantastic because people are joining the business from different locations within their own training sessions. I know some of the guys are up on the Sunshine Coast doing a training session as well. So just congratulations, guys, and keep it up. So the events coming up, some exciting events. These events are wicked, and we've got something really exciting. We've obviously got the cruise.
39 sleeps!
39 sleeps to the cruise. So can you put it in your diary, 39, count it down, put it in your little app, whatever it might be. But we've got over 400 people confirmed for the event, so it is nearly coming up to a sellout, and it's going to be so exciting. It's going to be a chance for you guys to link up with other distributors, other people all around the world. So we've got the founders, we've got Melissa, we've got everybody on that boat. So do not miss your opportunity to get on the boat. The tickets are still available now.
What are you wearing?
I think I'm wearing black, white, and diamonds. So I don't know where I'm going to put the diamond, but
wow.
somewhere.
Awesome. All right. Then obviously, so 39 sleeps. Then we have our VIP brunch. So we had a few more people get on that today. So there is a few more seats left. Not many, so if you're getting close to that platinum or someone in your team is, the time is now. And just one other thing that I want to just share, we've come to the end of the blitz. The momentum is awesome. Don't take your foot off the gas. What most people who are successful in this business, that's just the starting point, and it's a platform to just keep that consistency, because if you stop, more than likely your business will stop. So keep that duplication and keep going.
Yeah, so we've actually got 19 spaces or spots available on that VIP brunch. So we're definitely going to not have enough by before conference. So you know, in the next few weeks, it's going to be finished. So make sure you do whatever you can, link arms, you know, talk to whoever you need to talk to, and get there. So obviously leading to the conference. So conference is so important, and why is it important, Wallace? After you sip your elite breath.
Well, we've got Dr. Anoop coming. But conference, oh my God, it changes everything. And anyone, you guys are on the call tonight, so you're obviously invested. You get it. You're turning up. What you need to do is get every person in your team there, because if there is any chance of anyone catching the vision, it is that conference. And the diamond stories that you're going to hear, you're going to realise that it's just average, ordinary people having a bit of a go, believing in themselves, getting knocked down and getting back up, and you don't want to miss it. And to be part of the community, it changes everything.
Definitely. And I know we've obviously got the whole elite, and I suppose we've got some really key speakers. So who have we got to talk about this fantastic product we've got coming?
We are so blessed in this company for multiple different reasons, not only because of the people we have in our team, but we are part of a company that would rather see us be a little bit upset than jeopardise the integrity and the quality of their product. So I am so grateful and so proud that Nucerity would not put in a substitute ingredient, and you know the work is going to be well worth it. The product, you don't need to be smart to do this. Another bonus. So just be patient. it just gives you more time to get people together to be actually able to experience the product. And I just will share a little bit of my testimonial before I introduce our amazing speakers. So I had a few too many cocktails at the Year 3 Mums dinner Friday night, was a bit seedy the next day, took Tony's advice, had a double shot of Elite, yep. And you know what? I had no clouding, no fog, that heavy, just horrible feeling. I just felt completely normal. So never need to pace yourself anymore.
This is not a recommendation to go out and have lots of drinks and refresh with Elite.
All right, and you know, Veronica, our neighbour, she's got she's a lot more clarity, a lot less brain fog, and it's helping with the symptoms of her menopause as well. So just a couple of exciting things. Now we have Rex and Tony Miller, who have been married for 43 years. They have 5 kids, 4 grandkids, and have been with Nucerity since December 2012. Now, Tony is a medical herbalist specialising in iridology, and she's got an extension of her textbook, which was a award-winning textbook.
Released, was it out today?
Yes.
And congratulations on that, Tony. I just love the fact that we have so many people with such amazing credentials in this business backing our products. Love it. Also winner of International Iridologist of the Year in 2015, and I mean that's an accolade that would be, you know, very few get that honour. Tony's partnered by Rex, who's a naturopath, medical herbalist with over 35 years. So that's longer than I've been alive. Clinical experience, majoring in herbal medicine. So the credentials of these guys is phenomenal. He's also worked as a representative on the Australian Complementary Healthcare Council in Canberra and as a formulation consultant for 2 major Australia labels. He's also a professional member of the American Botanical Council. So we are blessed to be hearing from some of the most knowledgeable and respected naturopaths, medical herbalists in the world that have access to all of the evidence, and this is their field. And after you hear them share their knowledge and what this product is going to do for you, you are just going to be beside yourselves and want what I have right now.
So do you think we're in good hands here again?
Yeah.
I'll hand it over to you guys. Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay, presenter. Screen show my screen. Play. Oops. Get rid of that. Oh. Wow, how do I do that? No mouse. Oh, damn it. How do I get rid of that? I can't get rid of that thing. I'm sorry that I just had a bit of a technical business problem here. Yeah. Won't work as I won't talk
All right,
this time.
while Tony and Rex get that sorted, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about what we've done with the Elite that we've pre-ordered. So what we've done is all the people that I may have spewed all over in the beginning at my excitement of the Skincerity when it faded my stretch marks and started to fade my freckles, and may have been slightly scarred by the process and wondered what the hell had happened to me. I've seen this as the perfect time to, when I'm just talking to, especially my wool market, to, you know, when something comes up, and a lot of people complain about stuff in their life, and if they don't, if you're asking questions and being genuinely curious, you'll be able to find that, you know, where is the need? And everyone needs what this Elite can do for the immune support, the clouding, and everything else. They can need it. So I'm seeing that as a perfect opportunity. Are you open to trying it? I'm not talking about anything about having to enroll or sign up, anything like that. I just want them consuming this in their body so they can experience it and feel what it feels like. And we have about 30 people ready to go for the month's trial of being a guinea pig on the Elite, and I encourage you to find at least 10 people if not more, because the more people we have experiencing this product, the more people, the more before testimonials we're going to have, and you know, the more people's lives we're going to be able to change.
Looks like you guys are good now, so we'll hand it back over. Thanks, guys.
We're good to go.
Yeah.
Sorry about that little technical problem, but I'd like to show you how you can answer this question. You want to look good and feel good. Unlock your body, brain, and beauty with Elite, and it is that an extensive product. So if we look at what's in it, what makes it work as well as it does, you've probably heard the company make some statements about the products. Well, first of all, we've got ashwagandha. Here in Australia, herbalists know this as Withania somnifera. And we've got Indian gooseberry, which is called Phyllanthus emblica. Then we've got astaxanthin. These are the three primary ingredients. Then we have aloe vera in an organic powder form with L-lysine and a small amount of vitamin C. So what we can say is this is not a medicine. It is not a vitamin, but we can say it is a super blend nutrition for optimal wellness. So why is vitamin C in this product? Now, the amount of vitamin C in this particular formula is very small, but it's part of what we call the synergistic approach of formulations like this one. So a way that you could explain that is that if you have a violin player, they make beautiful melody, and maybe you have a cello player and they make beautiful music, and you might have drums that give rhythm, and you can have violins. But when you put them all together, it's like a symphony. So in synergy, what we say is the sum of the parts is more powerful than the individual components. And vitamin C has been included in this product because it acts as an antioxidant which helps to protect cells from free radical damage. Even in a small amount, the synergy, when combined with the other ingredients, really does help it to do this. Vitamin C is for collagen production, for healthy skin, and helps in wound healing, and it improves the absorption of iron from plant-based foods, as well as helping the immune system protect the body from disease. The second product is L-lysine. Now, when we say that this is an essential amino acid, what we mean is that your body does not naturally make this, but it is something that we do need. It's essential for protein biosynthesis. It builds collagen, so we've got another collagen active, together with the amino acids glycine and proline. And how do I know if I'm deficient in lysine? Well, perhaps I have hair loss. I could suffer with chronic skin conditions. My eyes could be bloodshot. I might be carrying a little bit of fluid. I suffer with depression, anxiety, perhaps fatigue, weakness, muscle loss, and cognitive problems. In other words, I lack concentration. Aloe vera is a beautiful, beautiful herb to be included in this product. It is known as a female reproductive system tonic, but more especially it's known for helping the gastrointestinal tract. Most people would know its effect on burns. It can be used as a skin tonic internally. So whereas you would put it on your burn on the outside of the skin, when you take it internally, it works as a tonic. In particular for anything hot, red, itchy, inflamed, such as eczema. It's tremendous as an internal and an external, but in this case we're looking at the internal use for wound healing, as well as healing internally our mucous membranes, and that's why it really does help us with digestion.
Over to me.
Yeah, and over to Rex.
Yeah, so it's a very, there's been some real thought put behind this preparation, and as a herbalist I'm usually fairly critical. I like critiquing formulas, and particularly this day and age where there's a lot of marketing going around promoting natural health products. And in Australia we do exist in a really good environment here because natural medicines have come of age quite a long time ago, and you know, the evidence-based platform is something that is expected now when new formulas are put on the market. And so, the difference with this product is that they've taken into consideration, by way of the nutrients, that we can use some of these herbs and nutrients as a nutritional formula, as a well-being formula. And so that really is the emphasis on what Elite provides us with. So we're not looking at massive doses or massive amounts of each constituent. We're looking at it from the context of smaller amounts that are actually providing a day-to-day nutritional formula that can help us look and feel the best that we can. So with this particular ingredient of the Elite, astaxanthin or astaxanthin, that's a bit harder to say, I just call it astaxanthin, comes from a family of carotenoids called the xanthophylls, and this actually relates to the colour. Usually there's a lot of colour associated with carotenoids, and they are known as a family as antioxidants, but with astaxanthin we have a super antioxidant. Just look at some of the statistics there. 6,000 times stronger than vitamin C, 3,000 times stronger than resveratrol, which is what actually comes from plants that have a lot of rich purpley blue pigments. It's 800 times stronger than coenzyme Q10, which is an energy formula as well. 550 times stronger than the green tea antioxidants, and 75 times stronger than alpha lipoic acid. So as you might expect, a small amount of this in our Elite formula is all that's really needed to provide us with this daily wellness preparation in the form of a drink. So astaxanthin, and it actually comes from seafood as well as from this freshwater microalgae, Haematococcus pluvialis, and this is a picture of it actually being harvested and cultivated in Hawaii. But apart from being a super antioxidant, which actually stops damage to our cells and tissues, it's also very useful for supporting collagen, joint and bone health. So you could say that this is really going to support our connective tissue, what really holds us together. And of course our skin, our dermal layers, are very much dependent on this type of action. Some of the very complex studies and well conducted studies show that it actually has a superior anti-inflammatory and pain relieving property, such as so that it actually turns off or modulates some of the inflammatory markers that show that we are experiencing ongoing chronic inflammation. So it has this ability to quench the free radicals that can arise from various causes, but inflammation is one of the most popular or known stimulants of free radical damage, and so we have a really good super antioxidant here. And as we are in the skin business, as our Nucerity Renew from the outside actually helps to prevent the telomere shortening, which is one of those processes that speeds up the aging, astaxanthin can do this from the inside. So now we're covering sort of both internally and externally. So we really have a great formula here in Elite with the astaxanthin. So therefore it's great also for fighting fatigue, so for recovery of muscles when they've been fairly intensely exercised. So again, this relates back to the connective tissue activity. So we would expect better endurance and strength and improved energy levels from its inclusion in our Elite formula. The last consideration there, preventing Fenton reaction. This is its ability to bind iron and copper from oxidative activity after exposure to UV exposure, UV rays, and perspiration. And so rather than those two minerals, which can be highly reactive when they're oxidized, from causing and becoming a mischief to us, it actually binds those two minerals and keeps them in place for their use in normal healthy requirements. Astaxanthin as a carotenoid is very good for eye health as well. So this is, yeah.
I'm the eye girl.
Yeah.
So this is an amazing product for helping diabetic retinopathy. So a lot of people with diabetes would want to take this as part of their daily routine, in as much as they're supporting the retinal health, which is the part of the back of the eye, which in turn prevents macular degeneration, eye strain and fatigue, and of course seeing in fine detail. When we start to lose the ability to do this, astaxanthin is one of those things that can help us to overcome that.
Yeah, and one of the unique characteristics of astaxanthin is this ability to actually work within the cells, and the cells have a unique structure, and one of the dilemmas that's actually faced formulators in the past is to provide what's known as an oil or a fat-based nutrient or a water-based nutrient to go through the cell membrane, because obviously water and oil don't mix, but nevertheless they've come up with different ways of doing this. Well, astaxanthin has this unique molecular lipophilic or fat-loving and water-loving properties, so that one end can protect the fat-soluble components in the cell, and the other end can protect the water-soluble part of the cell. In actual fact, it's the fat-soluble components that are more vulnerable to oxidation. So here's quite a unique nutritional characteristic that we can benefit from. Now, with herbal medicine, that's my forte, and I love my little herbs, and I love growing them, and I love photographing them. This was actually a Withania somnifera or ashwagandha plant over in the Quail Gardens in California, in their little herbal garden there. And it's also known as winter cherry. As you can see, it has quite a nice little berry there, but it's components from the root that we're actually using in the context of it being an adaptogen. So remember that word, adaptogen. You've heard of antioxidants, we've discussed that. Now adaptogens play its role in our elite formula. An adaptogen, you can see there the interpretation of what an adaptogen. So it increases the body's resistance or adaptation to physical, environmental, emotional, or biological stressors, promoting normal physiological structure and function. So it certainly sounds like a cure-all. In actual fact, ashwagandha is known in Ayurvedic medicine as an Indian ginseng, and so the ginsengs have this these characteristics of being adaptogens and enabling, really, in simple terms, the body to be able to use them for whatever it needs.
So in other words, the emphasis there is on the word adapt.
Yeah.
Helps us to adapt to our current situations.
So there's an image of the root, and you can, anyone that's familiar with other ginsengs, there is a likeness there to the human body. Nevertheless, some of the uses that have been determined over the years, both traditionally and from a scientific perspective, as you see there. Overall, as a tonic, that's an old term that our grandparents were familiar with. An anti-inflammatory, very good for our immune system, and it does have an affinity for individuals as they are more prone to stress and when they're losing energy. So when their nervous systems are under attack, it will actually have this wonderful energizing effect. But at the same time, when you need to rest and when you need to settle down and calm yourself down, this is what ashwagandha can actually do as part of its adaptogen role. And you might wonder what the horse is there. Well, the term ashwagandha does have a connotation or relating to the strength and virility and even the smell of a horse. So it's one of those things. And I guess when we think of the virility factor, it has actually been used in regard to helping various couples sort of get over problems that relate to intimacy and what have you. So
It is mildly aphrodisiac.
yeah. So ashwagandha, and I was privy to getting some information through my connections with the American Botanical Council. In our elite formula, and this is something that I really respect, Lonnie and David and the team, Anoop, for really, they have a nose for, special, unique products. And this ashwagandha is actually known, or the ashwagandha standardized extract in our elite product is known as Sensoril. That's its copyrighted name, and they've chosen this because it has specific levels of bioactives. In other words, this is an evidence-based preparation, and it's been supported by double-blind placebo controlled human clinical trials, and there's 10 that can be referenced, and it has substantiated structure and function claims such as good for allaying stress, for stimulating and promoting energy, mental cognition, sleep, blood sugar balance, cardiovascular health, and healthy weight management, apart from other things. So ashwagandha as Sensoril, this is it's probably the first product of its type in elite. So it's, Lonnie and David have always said that it's their commission to make sure that we have first to market products and ingredients in the preparations, and we've seen that. We can be confident of that, and it's something that I respect, and I must admit I'm really excited. I can't wait to get this out there. It's, whereas the other products are more, on the surface, and we've seen our makeup artists and our beauty therapists picking those up and running with them and making amazing businesses. This is now something that we can take into the other area of healthcare, and that's the internal area. So we're opening up a whole new market.
So we know that everyone's got skin, but how many people do you know who don't suffer with stress, anxiety, irritability, poor ability to concentrate, forgetfulness, sleeplessness, and so on? Wow.
Yeah, so this is a formula that, again, we're not, even though it's been established that it's useful for people with what we'd call health challenges, bear in mind that we have a product that is more of a preventative. It's more of a maintenance. It's something that we can take every day. If we do have some of those issues, then certainly we can experience the benefits from their formulation. The other herb that's quite interesting, I don't know about anyone out there, but I grew up eating gooseberries over in New Zealand. My uncle was a Chinese fruiter, and we always had gooseberries. Well, this one is a little bit different from those common gooseberries. It has a central nut or drupe within the middle of it, which actually contains the seeds, and that's what makes it different. So it's actually in a different family from the common gooseberry, and it's known as Philanthus emblica, or amla is its name in Ayurvedic medicine. And it has a similar history to withania. So for digestion sensitivity, it's a liver tonic, cardiovascular tonic, and again, it's fantastic for clarity and calmness of the mind. In fact, it's what we call a rejuvenating adaptogen. So not only does it slow aging, but it can counteract some of the negatives of aging. So again, thanks to Nucerity, we have a very unique representation of Indian gooseberry in the elite formula, and this is known as Capros. Now, this will probably be on the label. From what I've seen of the release information, Canada and what's online, and so we don't want to get hung up on that. We just need to be assured and confident the fact that we have got the very best representations of these two amazing herbs in our elite formula. So again, they are adaptogens, tonics, and super nutrition for us to actually be the best that we possibly can. Now, interestingly, when they're combined together, they're known as Sendara. So that's another name that crops up on the label. So we don't have to get sort of too technical about this, but what we can be assured of is that we have something very unique in this formula. This is a formula that it'll be a one of a kind, and particularly in the network marketing industry, this is a very unique and amazing coup to have this as our first ingestive nutritional formula, including these wonderful herbs in this particular context.
So really what that means is that these two ingredients are standardized, so we know absolutely that we're getting what we say we're getting, and you can be confident in recommending this product to anyone who has any of those ailments we've talked about so far can be safe to take these products with great confidence.
Yeah. So the studies have actually shown that the Sendara, just on its own, this is without considering the vitamin C and the lysine and the aloe vera, that it's very useful for preserving the collagen protein within the tissues. And we know that the skin is one of those areas, because we're exposed to the elements and factors. It's one of the areas that our body will compromise to basically preserve us or our vital organs. So, we're actually feeding our skin now from within, and this is fantastic. We want that, that youthful look, elasticity of our skin as a sign, and of course we're going to switch off the oxidative damage to cells and tissues using preparations like this. And it even has a switch off mechanism. So before even oxidation starts to sort of kick in, it has a anti-pro-oxidative effect.
So we still age, but it slows the effects of aging, so that instead of aging rapidly, which often happens as we get older, if we're on a formula like Elite, this will really help us stay young and gorgeous.
Yeah, just like us. So it helps the skin by preventing free radical damage, the breakdown of collagen, protects against UV damage and perspiration. We mentioned that earlier, and of course improving the elasticity and the tone of the skin. And again, from within, isn't that fantastic?
Yeah.
So not only that, but we want to have great looking skin, but also we want to feel good in that skin, and so we can get benefits from a better mood, emotional improvement. The unique aspect of Withania is that as an adaptogen, it helps to revitalize us. It also helps to relax us and help calm us. So it's a very unique adaptogen in that respect. And so combined together, we have this end result of a calm, relaxed state of mind, positive mood, mindset, and we're really feeling, or in a situation there where we can feel really good within ourselves.
And our mood and our emotional outlook actually either adds to or takes away from the aging process, because you use twice as many muscles to frown as you do to smile. And the very fact that Sendara improves our mood and even our outlook means that we do have a more relaxed look on our face, which of course in turn reduces the aging process.
Yeah, and of course one of the main things that actually causes this oxidative damage is when we're under a lot of stress, and that stress can be, it just can be a responsibility that we've got being a carer, or it could be, something that's just out of the blue that really puts us in a compromised situation. What happens then is our body, to respond, makes more cortisol. And cortisol is this sort of thing that stirs us up and makes adrenaline, and helps us to actually, basically get ready to have the fight or do the flight. And so, in actual fact, what this does, it actually blocks or calms, along with the astaxanthin, the inflammatory effects of cortisol. So absolutely brilliant. It's very exciting to see this sort of research going on with companies like Nucerity that are accessing products like Sendara and putting them in our own formulas that we can take every day to help us to be healthy, give us a really great, as Lonnie said, to stop us rusting from inside. So that's sort of, you know, what antioxidants can do. It can stop that internal rust, which is, you know, what I think we all desire.
Yeah. So Sandara supports our own natural antioxidant defense and protects our cells. It keeps our tissues healthy, and it helps prevent cellular damage caused by promoting an antioxidative environment. It was the subject of an independent in vitro test that demonstrates how it promotes more youthful looking skin by protecting collagen and hyaluronic acid from degradation. And these tests have been confirmed that Sandara inhibits collagenase activity by 54% and hyaluronidase activity by 86% and reduces damaging oxidation of collagen with its potent cascading antioxidant activity. So this is really truly fantastic.
Yeah, so there's some of the suggestions with regard to the dosage protocol, and just once is what we're recommending as a wellness drink, and we can expect improved mood, mental clarity, to be revitalized and less fatigued, and have a more calm, relaxed and happier state of mind. So,
and you know, like the studies were done on 1 sachet a day, like the equivalent of 1 sachet a day. But if you're like Martine mentioned earlier, she was feeling a little bit off colour this morning, you can have 2 sachets and that's fine. And if you're really low in energy, you might want to do 2 a day for a few days and then just go back to 1 a day, and you're going to get a great effect. Within 30 days, your customers can see things like more vibrant skin tone and elasticity, improved cellular skin protection from UV rays, and a more youthful looking, healthier skin. So you might wonder, well, I don't know if I can remember all of that. But our beautiful brochure sums it up nicely, doesn't it?
yeah.
And this brochure is in the back office. So we've just cut it down a little bit to just show you the benefits. So do you want to just go through some of them?
So in a nutshell, it preserves collagen, protein and hyaluronic acid. They're the things that we're using our wonderful topical beauty skincare products to provide those nutrients on our skin. So now we're supporting that process inside.
And it reduces cortisol, which that's the thing that makes us age.
Yep. And so it helps with our moods. It helps
decrease
if we've
fatigue.
got fatigue is one of those things that most people complain about. Some people wake up and they're ready to go back to bed or sleep. And this day and age, with you know, the demand to sort of got to go, got to be, got to do, and with things like chronic fatigue, in particular the Withania has proved to be very useful for helping people get over those episodes of chronic fatigue.
So you can see that the other 4 are: it supports your digestive and immune systems, it fights against the shortening of telomeres, it improves our mental clarity and focus, and promotes a calm, relaxed state of mind. So the thing that we love, and Rex and I both really do like the catchphrase, unlock your body, brain and beauty with our beautiful elite product. One of the things that we did want to say, we have presented this information in a few locations and we get a lot of questions afterwards. One of the things that if you're unsure because you're on certain medications, then you need to take responsibility and talk to your own doctor about this. We don't personally believe that there are many contraindications, but we don't know your individual situation. So, you know, be sensible, stick with the recommended dose, and can't wait to get some feedback from you.
Wow, thank you guys. Yeah, I suppose that was really the best in the business, giving us all the information, all the knowledge, and it is a lot of knowledge to take in. But remember, we don't need to know everything about everything. All we're trying to do is share the product and make people get the experiences, get the testimonials, and get their own belief in the product themselves. So this was a bit of a snapshot. It's all the information you need to know. If you need to know any more, you need to go to university and start studying. But it's fantastic, lots of information, and appreciate everything you guys do for us. So,
It's a pleasure.
picking up next, we've actually been able to kind of snag them for another little while. So what have we been able to get for these guys?
So Rex and Tony will be live for the next 30 minutes on Beautiful New Lives Australia, and they will be on Facebook Live where you can ask them your questions. If there's anything you want to know, these guys are the people to ask. So thank you so much for generating. Maybe I should have some more elite. Being so generous with your time and your knowledge to help all of us be able to share this product. What I want to say is don't overthink it. Don't think you now have to become a herb and nutritional expert. I will not be learning any of the ingredients. The only ingredients I know is Nucerity still to this day. And I intentionally will not learn them to show that you don't need to be a scientist or a specialist or anything like that to be able to share these products.
So get on tomorrow to the Nucerity corporate call and also jump on and listen to Tony and Rex. So congratulations, guys, and we'll see you next time.
And one more shout out, Debbie Letfield. Awesome work. Hey. And can't wait to see who our next time will be down under.
See you guys.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.